All right, hello football fans. Larry Allen here at the KGAS studios in a very busy Scott Surratt to my left as we get ready to talk Carthage Bulldog football, brought to you by Worthington AC and Plumbing. And incidentally, Gerald Worthington, the owner of Worthington AC and Plumbing, passed away last week, so our sympathy and prayers go out to the Worthington family. Last Friday night, the Bulldogs traveled down to Lumberton, Raider Stadium, and I just wrote down some interesting stats. For Carthage, the most points scored in any game this year, 55. Most points allowed in any game, 17. Most points scored in the second half, 28. Boy, we had some great reserves come in and really have some great performances. I counted 4 tailbacks that we used, 3 quarterbacks, 60 players. I think all of them got in. Lumberton, first pass attempt not until 9 minutes to play in the third quarter, and they went 0 for 3 through the air. Overall, Scott, weather turned out great. Good night, wasn't it?
It was a great night weather-wise. You know, we were looking back and we ran through a little weather, and then we were driving into warmer weather, and it was 12 degrees. We looked at it. It was 12 degrees warmer in Lumberton than it was in Carthage, and so it was a great night for football, and it missed it maybe the first series, not even the whole first series, maybe just in warm-up, and then after that it was just perfect weather. And it was a little windy, but not bad, but it was a great night for football. And I thought we played well. I mean, we got the opening kickoff, went and scored, and then they had the botch snap the ball over the punter's head, and we got it again and went and scored, and then they snapped it over the punter's head again, and we scored again, and then we did have an extra point block which we got to get corrected, and then we had a fumble. But other than that, it was a clean first half, and we missed the the long field goal there at the end of the half, but it was 48-yarder, so very clean. I mean, we tackled well, caught the ball well, we ran the ball well, and it was just a very positive first half in a game.
All right, I had 3 individuals I want to ask you about. Rayvon Ingram could not play. You bring in Jai Brazier, 25 tackles. That's a heck of a performance, isn't it?
He played great, and for him to play that great, your defensive line's got to play great in front of him, but boy, Jai played great. He made a tackle sideline to sideline, and he's earned a position back, and that's what it's all about. Sometimes, it's all about competition and all about production, and he got moved out. Now he's back in, and he was ready to go. Never complained. Great kid. He's brought up well, obviously, and just a great young man.
Okay, well, we're still. Let's see.
There, it just popped back on. But yeah, now it's off. There's a loose cable or something.
The picture's going off and on the big TV. Okay, the picture, we could see it up here on the little thing, but it went off on the big one. Okay. All right, you'll do surgery on it, right?
Not with the video, but with the audio, yeah.
Okay. All right. Scott, I want to also ask you about a new quarterback we hadn't seen the entire year. I've seen him on Thursday nights, number 18, Rockmore. Boy, he's quite an athlete, isn't he?
He's a great athlete and a great kid, and he's got a little brother in our program, and so he's a freshman. He played some receiver the other night, but J-Rock can really throw the ball. I mean, he is it just explodes out of his hands, and you can see him out there pitching, in baseball, how much it explodes out of his hand, and I'm sure he's going to play some infield for us this year, but he's very talented with his feet, and he's got a chance to be a really good player for us. He's young, he's a sophomore, but boy, he can really throw a football.
We've just come, you and I both, from Chalk Talk, where you showed his arm angle on one pass. Reminds you just a tad of Patrick Mahomes, doesn't it, the way he can throw the ball?
He can throw it at different angles. You can tell that he's been a baseball player, and, that's a gift. When you can throw it at different slots, not a whole lot of quarterbacks can do that. But what I mean by different slots, you can throw it up high, in between, even underneath sometimes, and you can throw it at different slots. That's a big advantage as a quarterback, and you don't teach that much because most of them can't do it. And so you don't want to waste a bunch of time on something they're not probably going to be very good at it. But when they're pretty natural at it, then you can work on it a little more. And he's very natural at it.
I've had, I don't know how many folks ask me about number 28, Cavante Brown Hoskins, another impressive young man.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, and, he may get him some carries. And he's got to take care of the ball and assignments and things, but, he's a good player. So I think you may see him give him a carry or two.
All right, tell us about the Crandall team that's coming up here.
Very talented. I think we have some advantages up front, especially defensive line-wise, but their quarterback throws the ball well. They've got a dynamic receiver, I think, in number 6. If he gets loose, he's trouble. And then number 3 is very talented receiver. Their running back 28 is very big and strong. And then they'll motion 6 and 3 in there some and hand the ball into those guys or getting 2 backs. And but defensively, you got to start off with their number 30. He is a ball hawk. He will hit you. Their middle linebacker, and he's very physical, maybe the most physical linebacker we faced so far this year. And number 52 is definitely one of the better defensive ends we faced all year. And then you go back in the secondary, number 13 is a good corner. So they got plenty of talent. We're going to have to execute and play well.
All right, let's move away from football a little bit. Since we have last done an interview, the Lady Dogs went up to Garland, played in the state tournament in semifinals.
They did. I don't know if we played our best, but that team was really good at the same time. They may have been. They helped us not play so well. Hereford was a really good team. They swept Argyle and Crum, in the regional, and both of those were in the top 5 in the state, and have state championship pedigrees. And we get there, and I didn't realize Hereford that was their 9th state title appearance. So they had a lot of experience, and I don't, like I said, I don't think we played our best, but maybe a little nerves and stuff, but you can't take away what kind of season we've had, and it was 41-5 is unbelievable. And we'd all taken it before the season started. But once you get down there, you don't want to take it. I told Coach Surratt after the game she'd done a phenomenal job, and she was, obviously highly upset and sad is over. But I said, there's only one team going to work out here, or one head coach going to walk out here happy now. Understand that, and you had to win today and tomorrow. So, but don't take away what kind of phenomenal season y'all had. And kind of the same thing I told my daughter. And because my daughter told me, she said, we should have beat that team. And I said, well, they had a good team. No, they didn't, that kind of deal. So, okay, they were terrible. We got beat. No. But no, what a great year. A great year. And the accolades followed up. I know Cammie Hicks was the most valuable player, and there was a lot of them first-teamers. And, we had the all-state academic team came out, and we had, I think, 5 on there. And so it was just a phenomenal year. Started with Coach Surratt and her staff and coaching and then playing.
All right, on Saturday, I was surfing channels, and I happened to turn on the A&M game just at the right time. Kagan Balgry, his first pass reception of the year for a first down.
Yeah, he had a little 7 or 8 yard catch for a first down, and was excited for him. He was excited. He pointed first down, looked like he was a receiver all his life. And no, he was, and he used to be a tight end here. So, like I said, he's just a great kid. Couldn't be more proud of him, and he deserves everything he ever gets because he's such a hard worker and a great young man.
Well, Coach, at Chalk Talk, and again, we both came from Chalk Talk before doing this interview. You told the group there that we're getting hot. We're getting in playoff mode, aren't we?
I think we are. I mean, coming off our practice this morning, and we popped around it, and the kids were excited about being there. After a long weekend, obviously, and come in there first thing, and pop it around like we did, not just throw the ball, but I'm talking about we popped around in a huddle. We were excited. Coaches were excited. It was just a positive day. Now, that could change tomorrow, but I think we are hot. I think we're getting hot and getting better at the right time, and it's time to play our best games from here on out if we want to do something special.
All right, those are the comments of head coach Scott Surratt. Remember, this is at Tyler Rose Stadium. One more question, I guess, Coach. What's the weather forecast right now?
It don't look good. I mean, honestly, it's thunderstorms all day, and so I don't know. it's heavy rain, thunderstorms Friday, so we'll have to deal with it, but no excuses. They got to play in it. We got to play in it, and just hope there's not just tons of delays here or there, because it's every lightning strike is a 30-minute delay, and hope they missed the forecast. They missed it last Friday, so hope they miss it again this Friday.
All right, again, 5 o'clock kickoff. Remember that, 5 o'clock over at Rose Stadium in Tyler. Been remodeled recently, seating capacity a little bit larger. Press box triple the size that it was previously, and so it's going to be a great venue. 5 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on there about 4:30 with a look at the starting lineups. For Coach Scott Surratt, I'm Larry Allen. Have a great weekend, everyone.